Should be a fun chit chat. What I like to stack when I can't sleep. See how many jumps on here tonight. This is by no means a full stack video. This is just a smattering of my own personal stack. So we'll see who jumps on. Shut the door to downstairs so I won't get any extra noise. Get a charger for my cell phone. Somebody's jumping on there. My buddy Outdoor Conquest. How you doing, my friend? The great white hunter. The elk hunter. Congratulations, my friend. I watched all 3 videos in the series. Thanks for smashing that like button. I just thought I'd jump on tonight. Couldn't sleep much and thought, you know what? Need a little watch time anyways. Just hanging at work. There you go. That's a good time to do it. That is a good time. I'm on vacation all week. So I'm sitting here relaxing a little bit. Started thinking, I should be doing some more live streams. I'm losing some of my watch time because I'm just not getting on like I used to. And you got to keep it up for monetization. So it seems like a lot of people are out there right now doing full stack videos, which I'm personally not a fan of. I don't think I want to show anybody my full stack because I think it just invites people to try and visit your house, to say the least. And I don't keep everything here, and what I do keep is pretty well locked up and secure in numerous ways. So that kind of works out well. But I thought I'd just see. Oh yeah, anytime on the support there, my friend. I'm glad to see you can jump here. Yeah, if it's just me and you, I get a chance to catch up with my brother. My brother from another mother. But I was kind of jealous there watching the elk hunt. I guess the thing I thought afterwards was, I've been in Colorado before. I've been trout fishing up there. Several national meetings up there at Colorado Springs when I was a young buck. And I remember the altitude and how hard it was to breathe, to say the least. The whole breathing thing is something that, even when I'd be laying down sleeping in the evening, felt like there was a monkey on my back. And that was kind of tough. Hey, JT Coin Rings. Good to see you, my friend. That's something I need to get from you one day. I have never gotten a coin ring. That is definitely something I should get down the road. But as you can see, I'm going to talk to you all a little bit just about what you like to stack, what I like to stack. Obviously, first and foremost, I like to stack constitutional, but the numismatist in me likes to stack the BU uncirculated. You'll see here's a roll of Walkers, here's a roll of Benjis, all BU Unk. I just opened out of the tube and slid them open. Of course, we all know I like to collect Fractional Gold. That's always a nice one. I think that's a no-brainer. Fractional Gold. Of course, I like my Morgan silver dollars. Here's a proof like that I need to send in still for grading. I think it's undergraded. The dealer had it at MS62. I think it's at least a 63, possibly a 64 because of the finish. There is a toner Benji. I also got another toner back there. I haven't showed Great Lakes yet. This is a beautiful toner Benji. It's a 55, and I believe it's a Bugs Bunny. I'm trying to send that in for grading also. It's kind of funny, as I sat down this evening when I got some time off, started looking at some coins. I said, oh my gosh, I've got like 5 or 6 coins that I bought for myself from my own collection, and I need to send them in, either the NGC or PCGS. You like the look of those Walkers? Yeah, those Walkers are nice, and those Benjis are looking nice too. both of those. That's the 90%. I like to stack 90%. People talk about junk silver. Hey, I'm fine. I understand junk silver. But you know, I've taken my time and I've gotten constitutional silver at in BU condition, uncirculated, close to junk prices at times. You know, whenever the dealers get it in, there's just so many people that want to buy an entire roll or two of silver like that. So I try to. They're few and far between, but both of those I bought rolls. Benji's a few years ago, the Walker roll just most recently, and I got it pretty close to spot, believe it or not. You got 6 or 8 that need to send in. I do too. I've maybe got 4 or 5. I think I'm probably going to do NGC. I think. I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't think I'm going to do Annex. Even though they give me some really good deals, I've sent a lot of modern stuff into them. 5 people in here. There's B2 Constitutional. Yeah, that 55 is nice. That's nice. And that 62 at 84.0 is definitely proof like. And I've got another one back here. Let me go get it real quick. I want to show it to my buddy Outdoor Conquest real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I'm on my way back with another box here. So here's one. Outdoor Conquest, you'll like this one. Check this out, my man. Here's your Blazer toner, an 82S. I want to send that in. And thank you, JT Coins. I really appreciate that. $2 super chat. But yeah, check that out there, Outdoor Conquest. How's that for a toner? Rainbow toner, both sides. You know those are my favorite. That's got to go in. That binging needs to go in. That proof like needs to go in. I got quite a few like that I need to send in. This needs to be sent in. There's another one. There's 4 of the 5. 1900. Look at that. The level of detail on that one. So now you see my own personal collection. What I like and what I stack. People always say, get out your good stuff. Mrs. ECP, get in his safe. And occasionally she does, and she pulls that stuff out, and I look at her and shake my head. No, no, no. I say, There's some things we just can't do in this world, and that's some of them. But it just gives you a few ideas there. I got, of course, I stack Eagles, or at least I used to stack Eagles. I usually don't buy them much anymore because of the premiums on them. So I've got a pretty good stack already. Fortunately, I bought them back in those days when you pay $20 a piece for them. You know, those days are long since gone, aren't they? Here's something that's kind of funny I have. Look at that. I bought this at the TV show Pawn Stars. When I was in Vegas, I got to go see Pawn Stars. They weren't in there, but I bought that at the Pawn Stars shop, and I left the sticker on it way back when. The Saints in there. Yeah, so we're just doing a what ECP likes to stack little video. I got a lot of Morgan, a lot of ASEs too. Here's one from my dad's collection. That's a 70, 2016, the anniversary issue. I got some that are in his name there also. Of course, I have a real good collection of the W quarters too, in high grade. There's the first in the series. Just stuff like that. It's a lot of different stuff for me all around the board there. But yeah, but that was a long time ago. I bought that probably 8 or 10 years ago, right? Here's something I really like, and I'll probably never part with, is the holographic Zen Scrofa, the Korean. It's got the hologram. You see it? Tell me that's not just unbelievable. I remember when they couldn't sell these. Now they can't find them. Comsco, One Clay, Republic of Korea, 2019. These things, they were like a limited minis, but nobody really wanted them. Then all of a sudden, when they sold out, everybody, I got to get one of those. You can't get one now. But I remember when they had them on AppMex and they couldn't give them away. And then once they sold out of them, they put them on sale real cheap. People bought them up, and then you couldn't find them anywhere. I always thought that was kind of comical that people waited for that kind of stuff, and they did that. But here's like a stack of Eagles. You can see that on the back. There's a stack of Eagles back there. Those are all various date Eagles and airtights. I got a pretty good collection of just those. That's how I kind of started. Started like a lot of people, just collecting Eagles. Of course, I've got, a whole pack of the Marvel series, right? The Spider-Man, the Hulk, the Wolverine, Deadpool, everything's in there. So I do have the Marvel series, because, I do collect comic books too. I love my numismatics, but any more, my favorite to stack is the 10-ounce bars. I'm a big fan of the Monarch Precious Metals. There you go. Stack what you like, man. Stack what you like. Absolutely. So there's the Captain America. So here it is. There's Deadpool. There's Captain America. We all stack what we like, right? There is Thor. There's 3 in the series. There is Iron Man, right? All in the airtights. I got that little Spider-Man pouch they're all in. There's Hulk. Hulk smash. There's Hulk. There's Wolverine. I got 2 of those. What is that? The one with the wrong date on it? No, that's a 2021. It's got the right date on it. I'll check them both, make sure. See, there's got another one. That's got the 2021, so that's the right one. I think there was some misprints on that. There is, oh yeah, there's the hard one to get. There's the Spider-Man. I don't know if that premium's up to Spider-Man now. What's that premium up like on Spider-Man now? Anybody can tell me? Anybody know? Oh, there's Black Panther. Wow, how many is that? There's one more in this pouch. And there is Venom. So I think I've got them all. I'm not sure what's coming out next. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what's it, 8, 9? Is that what it is? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got a couple doubles of those 2. Hey, J-Star. Hey, Zach Ball. Hey, B Constitutional. And the Saint. Everybody's doing well, it looks like. I like this, me being a farmer. I like that Year of the Mouse 2020. I think I won that on Silver Seeker's channel one night, or donating to him. Looks like there's some stuff on the airtight. I hope that's not on. Yeah, my airtight's scratched. No, that's not on the coin. No, it looks like my airtight got scratched. That's a bummer. I have to put that in a new airtight. There's I started with the DCs. There's Batman. And then, of course, everybody knows Wonder Woman. So I need to get airtights for those too. I need to put those in airtights. I got several of the Wonder Woman still. Didn't realize that. I'd forgotten about it. I bought a bunch when they came out, and those were limited minis. I've got, looks like 4 Wonder Womans. So I got 3 I can part with still. So I didn't even realize that. Which I think she's hot anyways, man. And of course, going with this Star Wars theme. I guess you guys might have seen my video there. There's the Beskar bar. I need to get an airtight for that. It's still in the plastic. There's the Beskar bar. And I got the Grogu ordered. I got some of those before the what do you call it? The out of stock sold. Marley and T, you got a bunch of people in here. There's 8 already watching. Good to see you guys and gals. Good to see you. Yeah, so we're just talking about what I like to stack. Just a little stacking video. Nothing wrong with that, right? Need to make a little better picture for some of that stuff. I need to go get my fractional gold. I'm big on. I love gold. I think if you don't have gold in your portfolio, you're missing it. But I like to do. ECP found the best wheat penny late night roll hunting a while back. We did. We had. Listen. I would do more of that. That's where I'm losing some of my watch time. Is I don't do my penny roll hunts like I used to. It used to be a lot of good extra time. Here's Ray Coins. Good to see you. I think I needed to get on here. Got 8 people on here. And JT Quindring had to leave. I want to thank him again for that that super chat. That was awful nice of him to send $2 to me just for no reason besides, hey, thanks ECP for being a great guy. You know, that's always nice, to say the least. But got the Godzilla coins and the King Kong ones. Those are always nice. Need to get some. I think I just realized I need to order some airtights. I need to order some airtights. I got a lot of stuff still in APMEC packages that need to go into other things. I definitely need to do that. And I do like some of my slabbed or graded gold too. I like fractional gold. There's a 2010 Gold Eagle. This is a proof ultra cameo. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a 70. So you got a lot of numismatic value to that too. So that's the kind of thing ECP likes. I think it's great to have gold in. People say, well, I can't afford gold. Well, wait a second. If you got a stack of silver and you go, and I bought this back when gold was $1,300 an ounce. I paid $130 for that. Okay, it might be worth $240, $250 now, but I bought it for $130, and that wasn't that long ago when gold was down. Gold's at $1,800 right now. If somebody offers you a piece of gold for $180, $190, how can you not afford it? How can you not say I can't add gold to my stack because it's too expensive? You can. Here's a 1/4 ounce gold. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous, man. Fractional gold. You can stack. You can stack. There's a decam. Of course, you got to remember, I'm a stacker. Yes, no doubt, I'm a stacker. But I'm a stacker and a numismatist. So when I stack, I try to stack AU, BU coins. I try to get that stuff. People say, well, you know, that shit hits the fan. What's that going to be worth? Well, it's still going to be worth the gold part. And, you know, depending on, you know, we might have even more trouble in one of those HFTF situations. But doggone it, I want to stack what I like, what I enjoy, just like everybody else does. And I think that you can get good deals on that stuff if you really shop around. I think you can get the AUBU stuff, you know. There's more. Let's see what everybody else is saying there. Everybody's just saying hello to everybody tonight. Listen to my lips flat. I can afford to flip it, not stack it. There you go. Well, I flip it, but I stack small amounts. As I make some money flipping, a little bit always goes back to my stack. And that's what you got to do is every now and then, every few weeks, something like this goes into my stack in my collection. It's a numismatic, right? And it's a coin that's worth a lot more than what I paid for it. So it was a bit of a cherry pick, you know. It's a blazer. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I think it'll grade out pretty high. And those are the things you got to look for. You know, you got to look for those deals. And then when you see one, you say, oh, That dealer had that coin underpriced. That's called cherry picking. Here's something. This is one of those ruble coins, a Russian coin there. That was something I got off somebody, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't get some airtights for these things because these flips are scratched up anyways. Look at that thing. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's like a Russian coin. I think is that the ruble or something like that? I can't remember, guys. 2018. Just different things like that. You know, like people talk about the Zombucks. Well, you know I'm going to have the Zombuck with St. Gaudens, right? You know I got to do that. So there's the money of the apocalypse. And those things carry a nice premium. And it's freaking gorgeous too. So you stack. So that's what ECP stacks. ECP likes to get out there and get the stuff. You know, I like the shipwreck coins. There's the Blackbeard. Queen Anne's Revenge. 4-9's fine. Stuff like that. You know, here's a wedge-tailed eagle. Australia. I love this one. I've had some of those in MS70. I've sold on my auctions. Just different stuff. Here's the Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. And you get that in the airtight, still in the Atmex piece. You know, this is the Mythosaur. Still in the air, still in the flips. You know, I like the Star Wars thing. Here's the funnel. Is that the funnel web spider? Yep. Just stuff like that. You know, neat stuff. Stuff that's neat, and if you get a good deal on top of it, and you know, even better. Here's something neat. I just had to have me one of these. I think one of my viewers sent that to me. It's a 1/2 ounce Lego bar. Always wanted a Lego bar. Played with Legos as a kid. Love the Aussie wedge tails. Yep, I'll tell you, I had some nice Aussie wedge tails. I don't know if the dealer still got some MS70s, and they were, I think, PCGS slabbed and graded, maybe NGC, one of the two. Let's see what Hector's got. Hey, Hector, good to see you. I think that is contrary to my opinion. So the price of the commodity can be volatile, and gains in pneumatic values are consistent value. Yes, I would agree with that, Hector. Let's see what B Constitutional's talking about, though. Numismatics are undervalued while silver is in high demand. I don't know if I agree with that, B Constitution. I'm kind of leaning towards Hector because if you look at, and there's been a lot of studies done, silver is in demand, yes. However, silver is not rare. No way, shape, or form is silver rare. It is used a lot in everything from electronics and solar panels, the whole 9 yards. But it is a byproduct of a lot of the mining processes, you know, copper mines, zinc mines, and they get excess silver and make that part of their portfolio. We even did some videos on that with some of the different mines. But you have to realize silver's being pushed. There's two things. There's the paper price, which is spot, and then there's the physical price or the physical demand. And the two are not correlating right now, obviously, when you see things with these ridiculous premiums, where it wasn't that long ago when you were buying silver eagles at 253, 350 over spot, and now it's like you said, $10 and stuff. They're not moving the numismatic value, and that's not even really a numismatic item. An ASE is not really numismatic, okay? But the collector side and demand is pushing it higher. The higher end coins, these things like Morgan silver dollars, okay? If you look at how they've exponentially increased in price relatively in comparison to the price of silver, there's no comparison. Numismatic stackers are far, far ahead of the game than just traditional bullion stackers because it has increased exponentially. And I don't know the exact numbers. My buddy Jeff Ball has some data on that. And then when you even get into the even rarer things like blazers, things that are things that you have to realize, remember, everything of value is what somebody's willing to pay. And when you look at the whole situation here, numismatic coins have increased drastically more than the price of silver. And I hope that you realize that. So I hope that you know. What are you asking? Polish. What are we asking? Hey, Aussie Alchemist, good to see you, my friend. So I hope that explains that to you a little bit. Yes, that's correct. That's correct, Hector. They explode. But if you look at the whole situation there, and the original conversation or the original statement when you said that silver's increased more than numismatic silver, that's not true. It's completely the opposite. Numismatic silver has increased exponentially, even as of recently. When the demand for silver goes up, the demand for numismatic silver does also. And numismatic silver has increased because of its rarity. True collectibles, 1900 coins. When you look at a coin that's 1884 Morgan, looks like it just came out of the press, and you see the reflection there, the green on my back of my iPad. You can see my thumb here. See it? I mean, that's a proof-like coin. The value of these has increased so much because of the rarity. And then when you get things like toners and different aspects of it and stuff too, it accelerates it even further. But numismatic coins, if you looked at the price for that same Morgan silver dollar 10 years ago, and you look at the same price of silver 10 years ago, there's no comparison. The numismatic collectible coins, which are silver also, have increased exponentially, much more so than the price of silver, and even recently too. So I hope that understands. ECP, what I meant was numismatics other than Morgans. No, even numismatics other than Morgans have gone up a great deal. When you look at things like the Barbers, one of the most highly collectible half dollars, when you even look at numismatic coins like these Walkers that are BU and these Benjis that are BU, and you've seen on my auctions where they'll sell a mint state Benji for $30 or $40 when you know that the melt value on it says 8, 9, 10, or 12, depending on where spot's at. It's gone up drastically more, and that's true with all the numismatics and the collectibles. So numismatic silver in itself, B2, and that goes piece dollars, Morgan dollars, Benjis, Walkers, the collectible side, the true numismatic side. Now, has it increased with things like bullion? Some, depending on the collectability, but nothing like the rarity of, say, older coins, things like this, which is a rare, hard to get coin. It's a toner 55, and this is a Bugs Bunny. So you got an error coin with it. It's just highly sought after. These things have gone through the ceiling. They've just went through the ceiling what they bring for them. So, yeah, relatively speaking, for the most part, numismatics in general, collectible numismatics, not junk silver, because that just goes right back to the spot silver side of it, has increased much more so, because it's that conditions everything, and the rarity makes it. And even though it's not rare, people will pay more for that bright, shiny, uncirculated stuff, or that older, uncirculated mint state Morgans and piece dollars and XF Barbers. And when you get to a mint state Barber, it's crazy. I haven't pulled anything out here, but if you look at things such as my Seated Liberty collection, I mean, that's crazy what those things are going for. But they're not that common. You don't see a lot of Seated Liberty half dollars, Seated Liberty dimes, quarters, you name it. See some of these comments. I'm rambling. PCGS has a history on price categories on all denominations. This place graphically shows the decline in growth in value, and how much over time shows coins numismatic is growth in value. You're correct, Hector. That's one of the things Jeff Ball was speaking about, my buddy. 1900 SVDB on any key date in the Lincoln Century's example value grown well in the past 5 years. Correct. And again, that's the whole collectible side. 6 months ago, I got an MS69 silver dime, first struck slab for $10. Yeah, and again, first struck slab, MS69, silver dime. Uh, yeah, if you're focused as a prepper and a stacker, that would be your reality. The reality and the truth, though, is if you measure numismatic coins, even with it, like he said, like dimes, like Indian heads and earlier wheat pennies, 1909 SVDBs and whatnot, and I've got some of those back here. They have increased in value, and I've even sold some of those well above the book value, because even the book value was sometimes like the 1909 SVDB. What you can get and what's listed in, say, a red book or a gray sheet is two totally different things. But I know a lot of people are stackers and not numisticists. Um, but is Outdoor Conquest leaving? Got to run, everyone. He's got to go back to work. Be sure to smash that like button for ECP. Well, thank you, good sir. And you guys check out Outdoor Conquest. If you like elk hunting, he's got a 3-part series, and I watched it. When you go over your holiday break and you want to put it on your big TV, you can watch him go out there to Colorado and go elk hunting. And I'll steal a little. He is successful, so it's well worth it. Him and his buddies, 3 of them, got elk. And that's kind of neat, to go along and stuff. And I think he's going to go again next year, but I'm kind of jealous. I like to hunt, but I don't do much of it anymore like I should or need to. But it's kind of funny is when I was digging these coins out here, out of my little safe, and I saw the things I'll need to send in for grading, I came across some packets of 1960s and 1950s mint states, and I'm like, oh man, I've got some mint state dimes, nickels, quarters, Benjis, Walkers, all still in the packs, still in the packs, and they could be possibly sent in. Look at this. Here's something, a U.S. proof set and the capital holder. I saw that and thought, oh, I talked about one day about breaking these out. These are 62s, of course, probably why I didn't, and send those in for a grading. Isn't that something? Getting a little tonnage on there. But those are some neat stuff. You look at the stuff like that. That's a 62. Obviously, that's the second to last year for the 90% silver. But let's get some nice tonies. But these are proofs. So I like stuff like that. Those are the kind of stuff in my personal collection that I hang on to there, too, at the same time. But what else? What do you guys like to stack? What's your favorite thing to stack? Put it in the comments. There's the Saint. Hey, Saint, all those candles went out today. Mrs. ECP, the wife, had a candle sale, and she sent everything out this morning. So the Saint's going to be getting his stuff probably 2 to 3 days. You'll get the candles, and she put some surprises in there. Yep, you got some surprises coming. Benji proofs, there you go. And those get high dollars. Those are Benjis. I'll tell you what, Benjis is probably some of the highest modern coins I've seen. Man, there's people collect the crud out of those things. I probably sell more of those on my auction. Every time I see a dealer that's got some Benjis that are in real nice condition, either proof or mint state, and they're not overpriced, I snap them up because I know people in my auctions love them. They just buy them up. They usually 3 or 4 people fighting for them, right? So always do those kind of things. I'm glad I did not provide misinformation. I'm glad that you placed your stamp on it. Well, I don't know if I consider myself a foremost authority, but I know from the Coin Club, some people a whole lot smarter than me. They track it closely. They track the gold, the silver, even the pre-33 gold, the constitutional silver and collectibles. But the numismatic silver, the reason why I stack it, one is because I like it. First and foremost, stack what you like. I've always been a firm believer in that. And then things I say, if I'm going to make an investment, the investment right now, it's increased drastically more. And that's one of the things that my auctions on Thursday nights know, that you see Be Constitutional and Ozzy in here and Outdoor Conquest and Zach Ball, is it's a numismatic auction for the most part. You know, it's not that I don't put some common stuff in there, bullion in there, and some currency and stuff. But for the most part, 75% of everything is numismatic silver that comes through there. And so that's what I do. You know, a lot of, they joked around and called me the constitutional king. I don't clatter myself a king of constitutional silver, but I do like to collect some beautiful silver, to say the least. You know, and I don't mind paying up for it, especially if it's a toner like that. And you know, look up a 1900 Philly Barber and say XFAU condition, and tell me what it brings on your book. That would be a good one. I paid $50 for it. You tell me what the book on a 1900 Barber half dollar is. You want to, somebody's emailing it. Stack collector. A stack collector. There you go. I like that. I like Washington quarters. Yeah, Zach Paul, we had some pretty nice Washington quarters that last time. Didn't you snag those up? Some ones I grabbed that looked, you know, in really good condition out of the dealer thrown some really nice XFAU quarters into the junk silver, and I snagged them up. Yeah, that Barber is nice, isn't it? And this thing's really nice too. I don't know if I can get the lighting right. I should have set my lighting up. I'm going to set that up there too. Yeah, they just absolutely toned beauties. Absolutely gorgeous. I like my toners. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to mess up my AU half dollars there. And then, you know, that's the whole thing, is when you can stack an entire roll or tube of uncirculated Walkers or Barbers and Walkers or Benjis, and get a really good price on them. I bought that roll of Benjis back when spot was like $6.50 for a Barber half dollar, when spot was down there like $13 an ounce. And I bought that roll of 20 for like $1.30. I bought it for like spot price. So I mean, there's some places, and if you know, I believe in that dollar cost averaging. But anytime you can get BU, AU, constitutional silver for the same price as traditional junk silver, you need to be all over that stuff. You need to go right after. Oh, that sounds good, Ozzy. I need some coffee too. Hey, ECP, do you collect any of the new silver Washington quarters like the state ones? I collected the W quarters. Now, I've got a lot of the W quarters, and I'll show you one of those. I just showed it earlier, but I've got all the W quarters from 2019 and 2020, and I've got most of them slabbed and graded. I got some 2020s I need to send in for grading, but I've got all the W quarters, and they're not silver, of course, but I did collect the W collection. I actually was one of the better people to get W quarters off of for a while, you know, and I still have some extra W's if you need them. If you don't have some W quarters, let me know. I might have them. I've got some, I think I got some rolls of them, believe it or not. And I have some rolls of 2019 and 2020 quarters, bank rolls that are unsearched, still bankrolled, that might have W's in it. But I'm just kind of hanging on to those for the day when, you know, I feel like opening them up live on the stream and see if there's any W's in there, you know. Be kind of neat, wouldn't it? Need a little bit more light here. Let's see if I can turn a light on here. Hang on. A little bit more light wouldn't be bad, would it? Let's see. I think that one's going to stretch over here. This light might help. Oh, yeah. What do you think of that, guys? Does that help a little bit? Does that help a little bit? A little better view. There we go. Something Something like that. Let's pull that back up here. Let's see if I can move it there. Like, oop. Something like that. There we go. That's a little better view. That's a little better light on the situation. You've got one good. Zach Ball, you don't have any W's? I've got some W's. If you want to get some, let me know. I'll probably send them to you in flips or whatever. I'll make you a good deal on them. Oh, I searched a lot of $500 boxes of quarters to get what I needed, you know, W-wise. I would go by, there was a bank in Jackson, Ohio when I was working that I would go in there and load up on them. Hey guys, thank you for mashing that like button. If you haven't already, please mash it for me. Because all coins are going up in price, just like Apple, Microsoft, Bitcoin. You can't always start at the low end and not buy now. You should price it up. Yeah, you got a dollar cost average is what you want to do. ECP, have you seen Speg's latest coin guy vid? I have not. Guy has an Australian typeset album you may be interested in. Price seemed good to me. Do you collect international guns? I have some international, not that much. Hey, Be Constitutional, thank you. Oh, geez, it's best. Sleep well, everyone. Good to see you, Be Constitutional. Thank you, good sir. As always, I really appreciate having you in the stream. I really, truly do. What did we flip that? We flipped that. Let's put that gold. I got to see my gold. Got to see some of that gold. We're kind of like throwing it around, aren't we? We're hiding some down in here when we pick these other ones up. Like my fractional gold. Don't want to hide the gold, do we? Don't hide the gold, ECP. Let's see, that wedge-tail eagle, so we can prop up that Benji there too. Yeah, that looks a little better. We're hiding our gold though, aren't we? There we go. A little more gold. Fractional gold. Fractional gold. We're even covering up our Benjis now. Look, our Benjis are all covered up with gold and with Morgans and stuff. We have a whole roll of Benjis there. I'm back through there. But that's okay. It's bedtime. I understand. I normally would be asleep right now too, but I got a little bit of insomnia. So I'm past. What time is it at your place, Ozzy, in Australia? So yeah, I need to check out Speg's thing. I'd be curious. What? How much is it, Ozzy? How much is it? I'm going to a coin show next month, so maybe I can find some W's. Well, Zach, you can get them from me cheaper than any coin show right now, probably. I've got some. I think I've got the Iwo Jima one. Extras of. I got a lot of different ones I have them of, especially the 2019s. I've got like half rolls of them and stuff. So if you need some, I'll hook you up at a good price. I mean, a really good price. 4:18 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's cool. And right now it is, what time is it here, guys? Like 1:30 in the morning or something. Something like that. Is that silver? Yes, that's silver, Muscle Shell. That is definitely silver, my friend. You got silver, you got gold, you got numismatic silver. Got some coins I'm going to be sending in for grading. We got some bullion. We're stacking what we like, my friend, and just having a good old conversation here. Reading the chat. 6 people in here. A few people couldn't hang with us. They had to go to sleep. It's past their bedtime. Plus the rest of the South America and the pirate and Spanish ships that sunk were pirated. Remember the movie The Goonies? I do. Actually, I tried to buy a pillar dollar, an 8 real the other day, and the guy was priced too high. It's 10:19 on the West Coast, so that makes it 1:19 here, right? Yeah, so it's 20 after 1 in the morning. Silver Hair Seeker. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see y'all. I hope all of you are subscribers, and I appreciate that. How much, and is it possible for them to be silver? No. So they didn't make any W quarters silver. They was part of the Great American Coin Roll Hunt. They put W's into circulation. They did not sell them. So people had to coin roll hunt for them. And then you got them, and if you could find bank boxes and found them, you got them before they got circulated. And then we had them sent in, like I showed you that MS66, which is one of the higher grades. It's about 12:30 a.m. for me, so he's on Central Time. So yeah, but no silvers. There might be some silver in the bigger ones, like the 5 ounces or something the mint might have made. I don't remember any silver W quarters though, unless the mint did something in a proof or something like that. I'd have to look and see, but nothing that was like. I'd have to look. Not that I can recall. Now the silver set for 2019 and 2020, I can go look at it back there. It might have been in silver. Let's see. Plus, my grandfather were in the Mexican Revolutionary War. Gold pieces were very sought after. I believe that. Hey, hang on just a second. Let me see if I got a 2020 or a 2019 silver set. We can look at it and answer your question, Zach. I think there might have been in the proof sets or the silver sets. I think Zach, this is how you had to do it. Look at here. You guys can see everything I like to collect. So here's the 2019 United States Mint proof set, and I'm sure it's got the W quarters in there. That would be in silver. Yes. So I stand corrected. I couldn't remember. So there's the silver set for the 2019s. And let's see if those are W's. They are, looks like they're Phillies. So they have silver, but no, they're S. They're San Francisco's is what they are. Let me look and see if you guys can see it closer. Those are S mint marks, right? So they have the silver, not in W, but silver in. So those would be your 2019's silver proof set. I've got it upside down. And that would be in the San Francisco. So that's what they are. But I've got all those in W's, slabbed and graded every one of those. And I probably have extra, probably of every one of them there in 2019, Zach. If you wanted the 2019 W set, I might be able to hook you up, my friend. So then there's the rest of it. The penny, the dime, the quarter, nickel, and I can show you the composition. It's probably on the paper here. Yep. There's an S, a P, a D, and then there'd be a W. The W's were only like, I think only like, was it just like 2 million of them put out or something? What happened to my, there's my thing. We flipped over to me. You guys got to see my big, ugly, unshaven mug late at night. I haven't shaved. I've been on vacation all week. I wonder how I did that. So there is, talking about the coins and the composition. So the proof sets were San Francisco. And then it'll tell you what the composition of them was. So where's the composition? They were balanced copper, so they were trying to see what they're telling you the amount of silver in there. Oh, this might not be is this a silver proof set or just the proof set? United States Mint proof set. So this wasn't even the silver set. This is just the proof set. So this is just the proof set. I have to go back there and find the one for silver. I've got some of the silver sets back there. So you got me thinking. I stopped collecting these things about 2 years ago. I think 2020 was the last year. We're into 2022 getting ready. It's been a year and a half. So these weren't even, these are not the copper. So this is not the silver set. So I'd have to go back there and find the silver set, my friend, in the quarters. This is not the silver set. So this is just the mint proof set only. Hey, Mikey Y. So this is just the mint proof set. Let me see if I've got the silver set back there. Hang on. I got stacks and stacks of these in the safe. All right, Zach. I'm not going back for anything else, so I did find a set. This is the 2020s. So this is the United States 2020 America the Beautiful quarters silver proof set. So they did make it in silver. My friend, try to help you out there. Let's just see it. So here we go. So I probably got the 29. I'm sure I got the 2019 silver proof set back there too. So there you go. There's the 2020s. That's the quarters. These are in silver. There's the bat. There's the Rockefeller, Stallgrass Prairie, the Salt River. I forget what that other one is. They're in the middle. Forgot the name of it. You guys help me out. But those are all silver proof quarters, and they're S-Mint marks also. So these are the silver proofs. And I think edge of the wedge. We have a wedge-tailed eagle up here. Edge of the wedge. So the composition is pure silver 3/9. So that's when they came out with the 3/9 fine. So all 5 of those are pure. And I guess there's probably a 2019 one back there too. And again, I went through this. I've been working on my safe. That's why I grabbed some of this stuff out. A smattering of what I like to collect. Kind of made a mess everywhere. I got a mess on the table. Mrs. ECP is going to strangle me. Because if you can see, this is our Christmas table. ECP's got silver and gold at Christmas time, right? That should make sense. She should be happy. Silver and gold. And here's something I love. I didn't tell you all. I've got a lot of them slab degraded. Is I love my Libertads. Here's a 2017 Libertad. There's another conversation. I used to collect Libertads, and I've sold a lot of them because I just started getting so much money on them. And I kept a few. Here's one that I hung on to. New and old, but you can't even hardly find the Libertads anymore. If you do, and you can get a good price on them, snag those all day long. Snag them in a heartbeat. And see, now here's Zach. Here's a good example Let's see if this is a W. It's just laying in this pile right here. And a flip. There's a 2019. That is a tone, so we probably have to dip it real quick. That's the American National Memorial Park. Is that a W? It is. See, there's a W quarter there. Probably needs dip. Looks like it's AU. Probably needs a little quick dipping. Wouldn't hurt it any. Oh. Put some of these things back up. Got a lot of Wonder Womans here. A lot of Wonder Womans. I don't know what the premium is on those. I love Wonder Woman. I always have. I liked it when Linda Carter, when I was a kid. So I bought extra Wonder Womans. I think Wonder Woman's awesome. I think there's a silver nickel laying back here. Is this a silver nickel? I got stuff laying everywhere. Is that a Philly war nickel? Yep, there's a war nickel. There's a war nickel. A little bit of silver. You never know what I'll find in some of these things. I throw so much stuff in just bags and boxes and stuff. It's unreal sometimes. Unreal. Need to put some of this stuff up. But let's see what everybody's saying here on the chat. I need to catch up on this chat. See what my friends are doing. Well, I clean my big mess up so when Mrs. ECP gets up in the morning, she doesn't wake me up because she's mad at me. You know? So here's an example. When I bought some gold, I bought 218 each. I think I bought 5 of them. 218 for one of these. Type 2, 1/10 ounce Eagles. It's not a bad price. You say you can't stack gold? I disagree. Stack fractional gold. I know there's a lot of you bought more than $200 worth of silver at one time. You know, it doesn't take up as much space in your safe. You need to definitely get a little bit of constitutional silver at times. And gold, constitutional gold put up, you know. Just my opinion. Just saying. Just saying. From that. I don't have any dip stuff. Let's see. I have cousins in Mexico and ECP. What's your opinion on metal detecting, coins and cleaning? Clean everything except for key dates, etc., etc., etc. I'll tell you what, Ozzy. So if you're doing metal detecting, the coin is obviously already degraded to where cleaning that thing off is not going to hurt it, obviously. And now, if it's a shipwreck coin, you want to have it conserved. If you find a gold coin that's worth a lot of money or a very rare date coin, yeah, you probably want to have somebody conserve it. If it's common run-of-the-mill silver and stuff, yeah, clean it off. It's silver value, and then you might get something more for the date. But I think that when I metal detect, I gold prospect. I've got dredges, high bankers, the fancy gold hog sluice pans, the sluice boxes. I mean, you name it. I've got almost every type, you know, of gold mining equipment you can imagine. My garage is full of it, and I need to get out and do some more gold mining. I know Australia is a huge gold mining country, but when you're metal detecting and you're finding silver and gold coins, I guess there's no complete answer for that, except for it depends on what you find. I mean, you've obviously got to knock the dirt back off to see what it is, and then what extent do you go to clean it at that point? Once you find out it was, I'd probably check and say, if it's very, very valuable coin, get it professionally. You know, when you say cleaned, you get it conserved. They do concerts. They have different techniques that you and I can do. Now, I've been trained in how to conserve AU, Mint State, BU coins, okay, with EZS and whatnot, and it doesn't affect the grading. You'll still go through PCGS and NGC, not as a clean coin. Different story. Older coins, XF on down, you clean those, you actually will damage them because they don't have, you know, the original mint luster. You're not just knocking off a light oxidization there. So those need to be professionally conserved. Metal detecting kind of breaks all those rules because the coins typically that you metal detect and find already have environmental damage to them. So environmentally damaged coins, or say saltwater damaged coins, You know, all those shipwreck coins, they conserve those. They pull those out and they actually work those over, you know, with special chemicals and stuff too. So that's not a bad idea whatsoever to go that route. So hope that answers your question. I'm not sure if it's perfect. So let's see what's Silver Hair Seeker. At Hector's Interest in Coins. The three schools I attended in youth all were in 3 blocks of my house. My junior high is right at the end of my street. Well, that's cool. They're talking about something. Hector says, at Ozzy, there is a section of town where I can that the house were built around 1900. One article in the local newspaper, the owner found a coffee can buried in the wall of the basement. Oh, that'd be too sweet. That is so cool. I think people move away from their origins and parents and family. They do. What was in that can, Hector? Yeah, Silver Acre got it. Copy, cheers. I definitely identify and stop and reassess. There you go. And find those gold nuggets, man. If I ever go to Australia, Aussie, I'm gonna look you up, and we're gonna go out in the outback, and we need to metal detect for gold nuggets. That's what I want to do. My brother has been to Australia. I have not. It's on my bucket list, but I definitely would like to do exactly that. Exactly that. We got 7 people in here, 14 likes. If you guys haven't mashed that like button yet, I'd really appreciate it. Invite Can for dinner. He rides a bike. I'm reading back here where I missed this. Let's see if anything I missed there. I would only want the dead question. So Zach Ball, yell at me, and I'll look through and see what I've got for you and stuff. Um, I think I can get them for you $5, $6, $7 a piece, depending on the condition. I should be able to get you at least 3 or 4 of the 2019s. The 2020s I have to look and see because I don't have as many as them. When COVID hit in 2020, I stopped on the W's. I had some other people send me some, but I stopped box searching. Banks weren't letting you in the doors. It was much harder, much more difficult. So I don't know. There's probably more W's out there that got uncirculated. They got circulated instead of uncirculated in 2020 because of what was going on with COVID. And they stopped the program after that. I think if COVID wouldn't hit, they probably would have kept it going. There we go. So ECR, if in the can or coins, $1 to cents. Let's see. The oldest was 1877 Morgan. Barber Standing Liberties, mostly pre-World War One. Wow. That's awesome, Hector. I love Standing Liberties. I collect Standing Liberty dimes. Maybe my next chat, late night chat, I'll get my Seated Liberty dime collection out. Most all of them, I believe, are slabbed and graded, but I may have to get that out. Instead of just putting like a stack one. Does anyone buy 1 gram of gold? I do, Mikey Y. I have some 1 grammers back there. I've also got some gold nuggets that are less than half a gram, less than a gram, you know, that are a third of a gram, half of a gram, 3/4 of a gram. I've got some gold nuggets, which gold nuggets carry a little more premium to them. But I've had 1 gram bars, the Valcambis. I think right now they're probably right around $80 for a gram. The premiums on them is a little high. But you know, if you look at an ounce of gold is 31.1 grams. So you need to divide out the spot price, which you can't get anything at spot silver or gold wise for the most part. But if you take $1,800 and divide 31.1 in that, we get a price of a gram, the spot price of a gram. So, but they have a lot. That's a good and easy way to collect gold too. Get it 1 gram at a time. You know, I do 1/10 ounce. 1/10 ounce. You know, you're looking at the spot price for the 1/10 ounce is $180. And if you can get it for 210, 220, you know, I think you're in good shape there because it carries brand. It depends on what kind of gold it is. Now, I buy in volume because, for the most part, you know, in the thousands of dollars, so I usually get a little lower price. If you're going in and buying just 1 coin off of somebody, at a dealer. Sometimes you might pay even more of a premium, 230, 240 or up. The auctions, sometimes those will go up 250, 260 for 10th ounce. But I think you should be able to get it for, say, 210, 220, I think, for a 10th ounce, Yeah, they make the little Valcamic bars. Same prefer 1/10 cheaper than 1/10 ounce silver. That's right. And you know what? That 10 ounces of silver is awful hard to hang on to and stuff when you look at it. It's like, man, what are you going to do with that thing? I mean, I know a lot of people like to do that, but for me, I would say majority of my silver, 98% of it is 1 ounce or less. I have some 2 ounces. I don't have any of the 5 or 10 ounces. I've had them, and I've sold them and got rid of them. They're just too big for me to hold. And I start thinking, if there truly became a bartering system or bartering days, or even a shit hits the fan moment and stuff, it's like, how are you going to liquidate a 10 ounce bar? It's going to be a whole lot easier to trade a loaf of bread for, say, a silver dime or quarter. I just think that the bartering system, if we get to that, and there's some people already doing bartering, in the Northeast and the Southwest and out west and the central U.S. It's you look at that. There's some people already using silver and constitutional silver as a means for payment. They're already talking about it. It's not something that's so. When you look at collecting constitutional silver, in this case even the BUAU stuff, how many times have you guys and gals gone into a coin shop? Now, and this is what I want you to think of. Let's say you walk into Joe Blow's coin shop and you want to look at his junk silver. So you're looking at his rosy dimes, you're looking at his Merc dimes, and he has a box or a bag. And if they'll let you sit down and put them out and spread them out in a box or a table, and they trust you and know you, or they at least let you look at it and pick out some coins while they're watching, pick out the prettiest, nicest ones. A silver dime, whether it's a rosy or a Merc, unless it's a 1921 Merc, which is worth $20 or more, you because it's a key date, you grab those coins if you're doing constitutional silver that are in the best condition, because the most silver's still on there, the most meat's on there, they're not worn down, they look good. I mean, I think that if you're going to fill a tube of dimes up at $3 a dime, I'm going to make it a tube of the prettiest dimes I can get, and that way I think numismatic value is there somewhat too, because one day the rosies are going to be like the Mercs are now, and the silver ones, and the Barbers are, and then the seated liberties. They're going to continue to get older. So I always feel like AUBU constitutional silver, when you can get it, dimes, quarters, and half dollars, get the best, nicest ones. Now, I don't mean the clean ones. You can see somebody's done with a polishing wheel, but somebody has broken a setup, somebody brought in grandpa's collection, and opened them up so that they couldn't see what happened. And the dealers, sometimes they don't want to fool with it. They don't want to fool with putting it in a flip, and they throw it in that bin of junk. Cherry pick those out of there. I do that all the time. I will sit there with a box of half dollars, whether it's Walkers or Benjis, with Washington quarters, and I'll grab the 1964 AUBU quarters, every one of those out of there, because they're selling to you a little bit over spot, and add those to a tube. Hope that helps. The 1 gram Perth Mint Gold bar, new with assay, as low as 80. Yeah, figures around $80. That's what I've been seeing. The 1 gram gold has been around $80, and that's nice to have the assay and everything right there to go along with it. Just wondering how much would a tube of dimes cost pre-64? Well, it depends on the condition. If it's just true spot, here's what you can do. Let me do this. Let me see if have you ever pulled up coinflation? I've got it here somewhere. Where is it at, guys? On my phone. Let me find it. I'm trying to find it. Most of us use coinflation. And let me find it here. I don't know, maybe it might not be on this phone anymore. I know it's on my iPad, but I'm streaming on that. If you look at coinflation, it's a good place. Let me scroll here and see if I can find it. Kitco's another good place. I like the coinflation because it gives you the constitutional silver price. Come on, where's coinflation at? Everybody uses coinflation. Why is it not showing up on my Google search? I'll find it here. I type in coinflation. Interesting. There's Kitco. Unless I scrolled past it. Let me see if I can find it on Google something else here. So let me show you this. This is what's really neat. So here's the thing. It says coinflation. Can you see that? Coinflation. So hit on the coinflation site, and this will give you the price of silver, constitutional silver. Okay. So let me pull up this sideways. I'm trying to do this on my phone. So you're talking about silver dimes. Here's the dime price. So a dime is worth $1.70 now. So whether it's a Merc or a Rosie, okay. So look at this. So if you do that coinflation, that's November 23rd at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, not too long ago. Face value is 10 cents. The silver value is $1.70. So you can probably buy dimes for $2 a piece at your local coin shop and pick out the nicest, prettiest ones you can find. And there's the quarter, $4.25. So you can usually get them for $5 a piece. So $4.25 is the silver spot. You're probably going to get them for $5. Half dollars, $8.50. You're probably going to pay 9 or 10. Probably closer to 10 for the half dollars. A lot of people really like the half dollars, and more, obviously for a Walker than a Benji. Benjis you can probably get for $9.50 or $10. Something like that. It just depends on the dealer and how much you're buying too. There's a war nickel, $1.32. It tells you silver percentage of face. But those are 90%ers, obviously, the dime quarters. Yes, $1.70 times 50 spot is 85.05. How much are in a tube of 50 or so? What's a roll of quarters is $5. So there's 50 in there. That's right. So a roll of dimes is 50. So 50 times $2. So $100 for a roll. Does that sound right? For a roll of dimes, $2 a quarter. So yeah, war nickels are good. The thing with war nickels, silver air seeker, and the same thing with the 40% halves, is the percentage of silver in them. Some people steer away from it because the 90% is closer to being pure, and I think that's the whole thought process. I've got a stack of 40%ers over here somewhere, half dollars. Here they are. So here's like a stack of 40% half dollars. And there's 40% silver in there. There's some real value there, but if you wanted to get that silver out of there, you're going to have to take it to a refinery to pull that silver out, you know. So that's my whole thought process. So here, Zach, I didn't even realize this. There's some of your W quarters right there. That's some of the W's. Oh, it's that one. That's the Warner Pacific. Those are all W quarters there. So yeah, I have some. If you want to collect those W's, there's still people. I don't think people know I have them. They'd probably be calling me because I know that a lot of people are still looking for them. Excuse me. 6 people watching. What is the price from the dealer and what is the usual markup for retail LCS? Every LCS is different, and that's the amazing part. Most of them will give you a spot or a little bit less, and it just depends on the dealer, man. That's a good question, and it's a question that is um, a moving target. Okay, most of those dealers are going to give you close to spot or just shy of spot. You know, maybe 10% below. They're going to try and get it as cheap as they can. You know, and people like you see some of these people, these coin channels, they tell you to shop around. Absolutely, if you're going to go sell your silver, you want to shop around. And sometimes if you've got time, you know, the nice thing with an LCS is this: if you need money right away, and silver is up, and you sell it to him at spot or just a little bit off a spot, because they got to pay rent, pay employees, they got to keep the lights on. You know, it's a job. They're there to make money, so they can't buy it and sell it at the same price. Of course, we all know that. Now some of them are buying it really on the cheap, and then they're charging a crazy premium. And if they're able to do it, God bless them. You know, I kind of steer clear of those guys. Um, but most of them are probably going to give you a spot or a little bit less, and then they're going to mark it up. You know, they're going to mark it up 10, 20%, whatever it deems. Obviously, constitutional junk silver doesn't carry the premium on it that BUAU constitutional does. One, or things like Silver Eagles or higher end collectible silver does. You know, when you're looking at the silver premiums, but so. You know, and that's why I say get the silver that looks the nicest you can with the most meat on the bones, um, and put it in tubes, stack it, and go from there. You know, ring around me, yeah, ring around the rosy. You never know. So large volume LCS was so close to spot than a smaller could be. I've seen small guys. It just depends on what their business model is. You know, there's probably like 5 LCSs I deal with in my tri-state, and then I go over to Cincinnati's differently. They're all different. You know, I saw Silver Seeker do a video this week where he called 5 coin shops, and he asked them how much for bullion. You know, just like say a Buffalo round bullion, mint state, what they give him for it, and then he asked him what they give for an ASE or American Silver Eagle BU also, and all 5 of them, well, most of them were close to spot. Some of them are below, some are a little over. They gave some of them, a couple of them, 1 or 2 of them gave a little bit more than spot for an ASE, which they turn around and sell it for $8, $10 or more over that spot price. So their margins are a lot higher than what they used to be per se. But I've had dealers that'll give me a pretty good premium back because they know they can sell it for so much more. I've sold ASEs before, $4 and $5 over spot because they already had somebody waiting for them that they were going to get $12 over spot, so they were going to make $7. So when you've got those kind of situations, they're more apt to give you more if they got somebody ready. They don't have to tie their money up long. You know, if they can pick up the phone and say, okay, if I just now sold you 10 tubes of ASEs for $3 or $4 or $5 over spot, and you got somebody that's going to turn around and give you $10 or $12, and you can make $5 a coin, they're going to do that. They're going to flip it and go at it right away. Most of them are. So it just depends. You know, I hate to say it's a moving target, but I think, you know, spot is an acquisition starting point for most of them, and it depends on what type of silver it is. And if there's some of them that are very unethical, they're going to try and steal it off of you. And the sad part about it is when it comes to numismatic silver, if the person got it from grandpa or Uncle Jim or whoever and they bring it in, there is some people that'll steal that off of you for spot price when it's worth a whole lot more than that. So it's unfortunate. There's a lot of unethical people out there that'll take ceded Liberty $half and give somebody 10 or 12 or $15 a piece for them when they're a $50 coin or better. That's the stuff that drives me nuts. I hate seeing people cheat or steal or be real unethical. When people say, "Well, that's just business," no, it's not. You're taking advantage of uneducated people when they could probably get that more by placing it online themselves. I just tell people, always educate yourself in what you have. It's great that we're all asking questions and doing things, but I just hate to see it. Like my brother-in-law, his wife just lost her dad. He's got a coin collection. He's going to bring it over. I have no interest in buying any of it. That's not what it's going to be about. But I'll assess to him what the value of it is. Now they're going to give it to his nephew. They're going to give the whole coin collection to him. But before he gives it to him, he wants to assess the value and let him know so that he's at least educated in the here and now what the value of those coins are. And if there's anything in there that should be, quote unquote, recognized as being a very valuable coin before somebody takes advantage of a young gentleman that might all of a sudden need money right away, that kind of thing. But that happens in all facets of life. So let's see. What about buying at a coin show? Buying constitutional versus graded coins. Oh, gosh. Okay. So coin shows are great. The nice thing is they're competing against each other. Buying constitutional coins, I think whether it's a coin show or shopping around or buying online, graded coins, then you're paying for that numismatic value. And the nice thing is there's gray sheets, there's red books, which red books are fabricated, or I should say a full-blown retail, which nobody pays. They're great as far as being like an encyclopedia, mintage dates and what the exaggerated retail is. That's probably the best way to say is a red book. But if you're looking at, say, gray sheet, which is like dealer to dealer prices, then you can figure how much you're going to pay over gray sheet for something like that. I've got a dealer's license, so I'm typically working off a gray sheet, which is like kind of the wholesale dealer to dealer. Here in this area, there is one large LCS and nothing really in 50-mile radius except for home coin collectors and most traveling to the big coin shows or cities. That's pretty common. What you're dealing with is exactly what most people are dealing with, and knowledge is power. Correct, Ozzy. Educate yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. The nice thing is you got these apps on your phones. You're walking in to buy junk silver. Know that a dime's $1.70 spot. If I go buy dimes right now, I'm not going to pay $3 a piece for them. And there's people that are paying $3 a piece for silver dimes. If they're $1.70, you should be paying $2 or $2.25 max for a silver dime. You want to get as close to spot as you can and shop around. I like the idea of 90% silver dimes, Rosie's, Mercs, Barbers, because to me that is constitutional silver and it is fractional silver, just like me buying fractional gold. And if we got into a barter system, that is a monetary value of silver as a trade commodity, which silver and gold's always had value for the most part. If we got in a really bad situation, the most thing that might be valuable is honey and eggs and beef and bread and the staples and fresh and clean water. So those are things like when B2 Constitution was in there, you need to think about too, besides the silver and gold is, do you got canned goods put up at your house? Do you have an access to fresh water? Do you have a filtration system, something you can get fresh, clean water? I mean, some of those things, you don't have to be a full-blown stacker, but, if tomorrow the electric grid got knocked out, all right, and I'll give you an example. If tomorrow my power went out for 3 weeks, and it did last winter, right, and I learned a valuable lesson. Fortunately, I've got a farm, I got chainsaws or whatnot. I had to burn my wood-burning stove, and I had to burn it, for the most part, continually to keep my house warm, right? I cooked off my my propane gas grill on my back deck, just right off the kitchen. So and then I had to run a generator, so I was able to get to town to buy gas to keep my refrigerators and freezers going. And we went without power for 2 weeks because of the big ice storm that hit us last year. So there's the kind of questions you got to think is, if they knocked out the power grid tomorrow, how would you get fresh water? How would you do electricity? How would you heat your house? I mean, you have to think of those things. So, that's a different thing than what old timers didn't get rich, but the merchants selling coffee, tobacco, sure did. That's exactly right. We have an expression in the gold mining, okay, that people talk about. Oh, how much money did you make gold mining? Say, let's say I go gold mining next weekend, and I go down, say, 3 hours from the house here. I hit a gold-rich area. Me and the wife run the dredge for half a day or 3/4 of a day. We come back, and we got, let's say, a gram or two of gold. Let's say 2 grams, $160 worth of gold, or $50, $60 a gram plus a premium. Let's say we got $160, $150 worth of gold, right? You look at the time, the effort, and everything that you got into that, the gas, the food, the eating out, the travel, the day, you probably didn't make that much. Now, that's a good day if you got 2 grams. More common, you're probably getting a gram or less. And I'm running a $2,000 and some dollar dredge. But the people that sold me the dredge, the people that sold me the pans, that sold me the equipment, those people are mining the miners. Like you're talking about, Ozzy, that they're selling you coffee and the different things to people. That's the people, the merchants that made the money. And it's very true with like the LCSs and stuff. The people that are making the money are the people selling it to you because they're flipping it, turning it, continuing, versus us that grab it and hang on to it later on. Same thing with gold mining or any kind of aspect is the people that are giving you the materials to do that or the ability to buy it and stuff. Those are the ones that are making the true money. There's 100% agree with you, Ozzy. CCP, how much is Venom coins going for now with the release of Carnage in the movie? I don't know. I have one right now. I just showed a little bit ago. I got this whole stack. I got the whole collection of Marvel. Okay, Venom's in here. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man. They're all in there. Hulk, Captain America. I think I said. What they're going for, I don't know. The easiest thing is go to eBay, pull it up, and then go over to the far left side, scroll down and hit sold items, and you'll see what they've been selling for. That's the most accurate way to get what are the coins selling for now. And I do that routinely. Most all the people who do it, the guy on Coin Help You, Daniel, do it. If you check eBay and see what it's selling for, now don't look at what they're listing it for, but what are they actively selling for and selling in quantity, just not 1 or 2. But if somebody sold, I'll give you an example, that Grogu coin I just got, I bought 10 of those. They're already pre-selling them at $57, $58 a piece. Okay, so there's a $20 markup on those already. A $20 markup on them. They're sold out through AppMax. That's what they're selling for on eBay. So that to me, you say, how much is a Grogu coin selling for? $54, $55 and $3 or $4 shipping. So you're going to have $57, $58 in there. I saw one guy selling it. There was only 1 or 2 that were pre-selling it, but that's what they're getting for them. They'd sold 7 or 10 of them already in one day. Okay, Hector says, what my parents practiced with their parents during the Great Depression was a daily living condition. That's true. I like watching some of these videos, people living up in Alaska. They're living off the land, growing their own garden, canning their own foods, going hunting, putting up moose meat and elk meat, and they're still buying some necessities and stuff, but they're trying to live self-sufficient, doing this off-grid living and getting back to basics. They all grew vegetables, right? Gardens, fruits, cattle, hogs, not preparing for calamity or prepping. It was just daily living. Amen, brother. And I still have my own chickens. I still got my honeybees. I still butcher my own cattle. I raise my own garden. So I still do some of that. Now, yeah, we go to the grocery store every week. We still get some things. I'm not self-sufficient, but I do like to know where my beef comes from. I like the fact that I get farm fresh eggs. I like the fact that I got honey that I can use as a sweetener, and I like honey better than I do sugar. Gosh, here's a fun fact tip for all of you. Do you know what percentage of honey, okay, that you buy at the grocery store is real versus fake? The most faked food source in the world is honey. Think of that. China does a lot of it. The most faked food source. 70% of all honey is fake honey. And real honey has a lot of antioxidants, a lot of health benefits, helps you if you're a diabetic because it's pure natural and it's processed much easier than your body's, much healthier for you. And there, how do you fake honey? A lot of ways. One is you can feed your bees sugar water. You can see them. You can feed them high fructose. You can feed them just regular granulated sugar mixed in water, sugar water, and you can make honey out of that. Yeah, the bees made it, but it's not from a nectar source. It's not natural honey. It is artificially raised from the bees. That's one way. They can also do it with corn syrups and make a honey, quote unquote, look-alike. And 70% of it is that way. Is not you, even if you buy from a beekeeper, make sure you know that beekeeper that he is pulling honey that's unadulterated, that has not been fed sugar water or supplements, that is actually coming from nature. And that's the big key thing. Now, we all feed our bees during the rough times, most people, if they otherwise they die, during a dearth where you don't have anything blooming, but you don't pull that honey and you know what's on at that time. You can become educated to know this is what the bees were working, whether it's blackberries, whether it was autumn olive, whether it's tulip poplar at that time when they made that honey. And you don't feed your bees during a nectar flow. And then you put your box on with comb that they fill up and cap right away, or foundations during that flow, and that is natural honey. So there you go. So anyways, sorry for that. So see what else we got going on here. All those skills were passed down to me, but now my kids are wanting to learn those skills, and you need to teach it to them, Hector. Absolutely not. My kids have learned a good part of that, and now that they're starting to have kids, their grandpa and them will try to teach them also. Churchill orders everyone to put a veggie patch as U-boats attack supply lines from the U.S. That's right. Tofu. Tofu. I don't know. I get you. I got you. 6 people hanging in there. 18 likes. I wish we could get to 20 likes. We've been on for an hour and a half. I've had a blast with you guys. Let's see who all's on here. We got Hector still on here. We got Ozzy on here. I think I've been doing most of my talking with them here lately. Who else is on here right now still? Speak up. Is Silver Hair Seeker still here? Is Zach Ball still here? That was some people down there. I wonder if they're still hanging in there. Is Mikey Y still here? Muscle Shell still here? Edge of the Wedge still here? There's a few back there. I guess they stayed up too late. Got 7 people in here. I have 19 likes. Okay, I got 18 it's saying. Maybe it's probably not showing the one I might have gave myself or something. Now I got 19. Just showed up. We lost Mikey. He went to bed. Hey, Mikey. Hey, Mikey. He likes it. Hey, Mikey. So we want to hang in there till we get 20 likes, right? Yeah, I see 19 here too. Anybody else out of you 6 or 7 people can mash that like button so we can hit 20? We've been on for an hour and 3 minutes. Now I got 20 likes, says Zach Ball. It'll probably turn over here in just a second for me to 20. It will probably turn to 20. I'm showing 7 people on here. 20, says Ozzy. Good deal. Good deal. It's always showing 1 less. I think it's where I give myself a like. It doesn't count it. But you guys see it. Franklin D. Roosevelt from the war effort. My uncle Ezekiel was stationed overseas in England during the World War II bombing. My dad in the Philippines with Uncle Isidoro in the Philippines too. Wow, Hector, you got some history behind you there. I'm showing the 20 likes now. Got a little bit of laggage on my likeage there, I guess, for some reason that it shows up. I had a good time tonight. I may do this tomorrow night and the night after that and the night after that. Maybe we'll get a few more people in there. I got a mess to clean up here. It's probably 2 in the morning or something now. But hey, I want to thank you guys for chit-chatting with me. Hector, good to see you. I hope to see you on Thursday nights when we have some fun, my friend. Would love to see you. Ozzy trying to sneak in a lot of times. Zach's always there. We we would love to see you in there, Hector, on Thursday nights around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do an auction. You don't need to buy anything, but we just like to cut up and carry on and have a good time together. But, you know, remember, guys, stack what you like. Hopefully, everything I've told you today is an opinion of mine. I think some of it is factual, but, that could be disagreed upon also, what's fact and what's fiction. But that's my perspective. And remember, reality, no. Perception is reality in the eyes of the beholder. There's your thought for the day or the evening. Perception is reality in the eyes of the beholder. So, guys, I appreciate it. No, we're not going to do an auction this Thursday. No. I thought about doing one tomorrow night, but I think my wife would strangle me. So, I think we'll just wait till next Thursday. Obviously, Thanksgiving's here. I think I might do some more of these live chats, those kind of things and stuff. I do have a couple Carson cities to get out there and put in the auctions too. So that's really good news. So there's a lot of good things there also that we probably all want to jump into and check out. And grabbing some of these coins and putting them in the right boxes over here. Got some of this silver we're hanging on to. But, thank you guys. I appreciate your time tonight. I had a really good time. I hope you guys did too. I think that this chit-chatting will help me stay connected with most of you. And get to talk to you. Like, this is probably the most I've ever got to talk to Hector, which is kind of neat. That in itself I consider a big win, that I got to talk to Hector tonight and converse and learn some things that his parents did. I thought that was kind of neat. Hector, you got a great outlook, friend. Sounds like you had some great parents that taught you well. And I think those are the kind of things we need to realize and look at too. But I want to thank all of you. I had a good time tonight. I hope that you guys had a really good time also. And there's all those constitutional. There you go. If you can buy that close to spot, AUBU, half dollars, quarters, dimes, go for it, guys and gals. Get that stuff on the cheap. If you can buy proof coins, you can buy anything, you can get a good deal. And sometimes buying from an individual, people selling their coin collections and stuff, is a better way to do it than actually buying from the dealers, So keep your eyes and ears peeled. So let's see. I talk too much. I do too. Since teaching, it's a natural thing for me for 21 years in the classroom, so I have many stories to tell. You know what, Hector? And I would love to have you. Like I said, we chit-chat and talk a great deal during the auctions, more so than, people get to buy a few items, things. It helps pay for me messing with this channel and stuff. But you know what? I think that you would fit right in on our Thursday nights, and I think Zach Ball would agree to that, and so would Ozzy. Docks were a constant target, home of the Titanic. Yes. I would think if you're going to do an auction, if I'm available Friday. Well, there's a thought. I think I might be at my daughter's on Friday, though, and my wife might strangle me, Zach, if I try to do it, and she's not going to help me. That's the problem is, she's a big help for me. And if she's not helping me, that means I got to work harder. But, hey, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to clean my mess up. I've got to put my gloves on to grab these AUBU half dollars because I'm not going to get them scratched up or thumbed or fingered. But I appreciate it. We would love to see you more, Hector. Absolutely, I agree with that. And Milo will help. Yeah, you got to meet, hey, Hector, you got to meet Milo, the star. You can go watch a couple of the shorts and get to see Milo. I put a short out today. We're looking at the autumn olive bushes. That's really a good honey in the spring. It's a variety channel. I do everything from farming to you name it. I do some company videos recently. I got another one coming up next week, it looks like. Talk about some investment companies stuff with my portfolio. looking at some of these smaller companies on the NASDAQ that are mining companies and different types of things. But I do get paid for doing a preview on them, but I've invested in some of them and made some money too. So it's something for you to look at. What's his channel name? Well, my channel, are we talking about my channel name? Oh, Milo is on our channel. Milo is part of the ECP East Coast Prospecting. So Milo is my dog. Milo is my dog, and he's the star of the show. So that's kind of a joke. You'll have some fun. You got to get in there on Thursday night. You can actually have to check it out a little bit. I'm going to try and grab these only by the edges. Only by the edges. And drop them in that tube like that. There we go. Look at there. Didn't touch nothing but the edges. So yeah, Milo's the star. Ah, that went in there. Didn't touch it. So this is even the graders. Believe it or not, the graders don't wear gloves, but they touch the edges and it doesn't get any kind of oils or anything. So there's a roll of 90% Walkers. Got to go. Thanks, Zach. Good to see you, my friend. You take care. So guys and gals, I might as well go ahead and sign off. I want to thank each and every one of you. We've been on for 101 minutes. You guys have a good evening. Check us out on Thursday night there, Hector. You guys be good. He looks like a little Doberman. That's right. ECP, late night saying thanks for watching. You guys take care and be safe and have a happy Thanksgiving.